Hey everybody, we are 3 weeks into our series on heaven, and I have heard more feedback and had more people who are excited about this series than we have ever had in a series at our church. People are hungry to know about heaven. That's obvious. And there's not a better series that you can invite a non-believer or a seeker to, in my opinion. So why haven't we done a series on heaven sooner? Well, to be honest with you, I was afraid. I was afraid of misleading people. I was afraid of the study it would take and being able to do it justice. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to communicate effectively because it's such an important and under talked about subject. But I've never been more excited at this point to take on a series than this, and you have been encouraging to me in that. So in week 3, we looked at the question, are there multiple ways to get to heaven? Now, I made clear that not all religions believe the same thing, not even close, and they can't always be true. Because of the idea of relative truth, or what's true for you is true for you and what's true for me is true for me, this is ridiculously flawed thinking. We must seek truth. Truth is something's either true or it's not true. I want us to be a truth-seeking church. Now, I believe Christianity holds up to the most stringent of a text, the most scrutiny on its claims to be the truth. Now, Christianity hasn't ever been disproven, and it never will be. Today, I'll have you follow up with a few questions we addressed in the message, and then we will look at some names that Jesus calls himself. We'll kind of shift gears, and when Jesus talks about himself, he calls himself things like the light of the world, the bread of life, and he calls himself the gate, and you're going to read about these today, and when these are taken out of context, they just sound weird. But I think that you'll enjoy seeing today what the gospel writer John records and discuss these things with your life group. Would you pray with me as we get going today? Lord, I want to thank you for each and every life group, every leader, every person who's opened their home to their life group. I pray for everyone today as we dig into your word, Lord, to realize that your truth is right there in your word. We can trust your word. It's true, it's relevant, and there's so much that we can get out of it today. Lord, I pray that you would build up these groups, you would continue to grow these people together in a community. And Father, that they would bear each other's burdens, they would celebrate with each other. And Lord, as we get into your word, may you fill us up. We praise you and thank you that we have heaven to look forward to. And as we talk about who you are, Jesus, we want to worship you and praise you and honor you through our study. In Jesus' name, amen. Have a great life.